All right, so let me start sharing my screen. And before getting into ML, okay, so let's also understand about Python dictionary. Okay, so when it comes to Python dictionary is one of the data type in Python. So why it used is it is used to store the key value information. For example, let's say you're a person, right? Let's say for a person equal to, and how would we how we should store is, right? So we store information in this way. Let's say person has name, right? For example, name. So here, let's say one column, and person has, let's say, gender, let's say male, let's say he lives in city, for example, Tirupati, for example. Okay, so in this, did you see something? So it is neat way of defining a person information in Python. And if you see, this is like human readable also, right? Tell it's a human readable. Right here, I can clearly see by looking at this variable. Oh, okay, this variable is defined for okay, constructing a person information, and person information is available in this person variable. Here, name is a key, and Umar Makala is a value. Similarly, gender is a value, key value, right? So in the internet, when we are working on a project, right? So we might exactly see this kind of information. So this is like a JSON also, we can say. JSON also exactly same. Let me quickly show you, like, how it looks. You use Postman. See, in the internet, whenever we are working on applications, right, most of the data. So currently, you may be using, any application. Let's say ChatGPT, for example, right? So if you use ChatGPT, see, whatever I ask, for example, if I ask something ChatGPT, so if I do inspect, go network tab, right? So here, see, explain, explain me about. Did you see something? Even for, just let me clear this off. I can clear. Um, it should be a clear. So meaning, like, while I'm typing itself, let me close this off. I don't type, right? Just load it. Once it loads, inspect, go to network tab, right? Inspect all. All I don't want, because I want to only check with the APIs. So if I click this, and currently Did you see something? It's keep there is some APIs keep working. ChatGPT.com says we want T continuously, continuously dynamic. You don't need to worry about all the information. And if you see, did you see the information something like that we just created? Key and value, right? See, this is a key and this is a value. Key, value, key, and value. So meaning, so that's a complex one. So you can exactly relate with this. Understand when you're working in enterprise applications. See, this value can be like small information, or I can keep all my information also. No, if I keep all information, let's say my educational details, my experience details, if I put everything, it will be like this much only, not this much. Like it will fill up all the page. Understood? That's how it is. And now this is also in when we are working in Python. So you used to define like this, and you can work like this. Okay. Now coming to ML, right? So ML also uh, more flexible than JSON. ML is more compact than anything. JSON or you are aware about Excel also, right? Excel sheets. In Excel also, how you write. So instead of this way, like in Excel sheet, how you'll be writing? You will be writing name, gender, and city. This is how you write, no, in Excel sheet. No, say yes or no, yes. Yes, no. Kumar
Yes.
Mak- Kumar Makala and gender male, and you'll be writing city Tirupati. Understood. So this is like, let's say persons dot Excel. So, uh, Excel as Excel SX, right? Yeah, the format is this. No, the Excel output, it can be any format, that's fine. But you need to understand that, okay, so this is how the data will be written, right, in Excel. And this is how we write in Python dictionary. Okay. And coming to ML is more compact than JSON value, JSON data or Excel data. Understood? Now, when it comes to JSON file extension, right? File extension is YAML. ML. You used to say like ML, okay? Don't say like YAML and all. Just ML we used to sound. Hmm? Yeah. And when it comes to this person, like when you're working on JSON data, so you should care about brackets, right? Brackets, like double quotes, colon, comma, everything, right? But if you think about the same thing, let's say exactly same thing, if I want to write it in ML, this is more compact way. Okay. So for example, I name this file as person details. What is the extension? .ml. Okay, cool. So this is my file name. Understand? So in this file, how I'm gonna write? Maybe I can take. Oh, okay. I think I can keep here at least mm, no spaces, so that in one page we can see difference of everything. So when it comes to ML file, right, it's more easy. So I can write what is that key name colon. You can directly write name or name colon Kumar Makala. Okay, cool. And what is the next? Gender, male. Okay, and his city. He lives in city. Let's say city is Tirupati. Got it? If you look at these three, if you look at these three formats, a dictionary format, Excel format, and YAML format. So YAML format is more easiest, right? More easiest. This is how you write in your resume also, correct? When it comes to the personal details, right? So how do you put? You put in this format. Why? Because whoever are screening your profile, so they should have a easy way to understand your information, correct? Yes or no? Did you mention any time like this or no?
Yes.
Yes, right. So because this way only people understand. Okay, cool. Now let's also understand. So this is exactly how you define a simple simple YAML file. Okay, so this is how you write. Now we need to understand why this is very important. Why do we learn this YAML scripting for our understanding purpose? So why can't we use JSON? Why can't we use any other format? Understood. So uh, there are, see, if you're expert, you can do any left, right, center, anything you can do. But the thing is, since you're learning, right, so we would need to understand um, like why this ML will be used. What is the purpose of it? Okay, why ML? So when it comes to why ML file, right, it is majority of the majority of majority of the DevOps majority of the DevOps tools uses ML format per their need. Okay, let's say for build for building CI/CD pipelines, we write YAML file. Okay, sounds good. So let's talk about now that you understood. Okay, ML file is basically used for CI/CD files or even in the DevOps. Let's say in a sense that for a continuous integration stage for what is continuous integration stage? Where what we check out, we build, right? We do a code linting, security checks, everything we do, correct? And when it comes to CD part, where we deploy our application, like where we deploy our image or container image to a GKE cluster or any of the Kubernetes cluster or engines, right? That's what we do. Now let's talk about one use case where you will get more familiarity. Okay, so a real time use case, right? So think of if I say, boss, you already know 80% of ML now. So 80% of the ML file you already aware, you already practiced. Okay, so why 80% of ML you already aware? You wonder, correct? How? Because you know, for example, yeah, because the procedure to the procedure to scan the Docker image or any other tasks like code linting, secure security, security scanning, etc. Have you aware about this task? Yes or no? Can you quickly tell me?
Yes.
Right. So in YAML, what you will be doing, right? So you exactly performing the steps that you already aware. Let's talk about like in the yesterday itself, right? In yesterday itself, what you have done actually? What's your yesterday task? What's your yesterday's task, guys? Can someone tell me quickly? Hello.
3D scan, sir.
The task is trivia scan, right? Like why you are thinking you forgot your task, guys? You are still young, you know. You are not old guys, right? Still. Okay, so the task is trivia scan, correct?
Yes.
Can you? Who can tell me what you exactly you have done with trivia scan? So okay, for example, for doing trivia scan, what is the setup and how did you execute the trivia script like a trivia command? Can you tell me what you need for this first of all?
Yes. We need any backend or front end application like.
Okay, good. So first you need code, correct?
Yes, code.
Step number one is code. Cool. Next, what is next? Step number two.
Maybe should be
What?
installed.
Sorry, to be installed.
Yes.
Okay, install Ruby, right? Inside. Yeah, install Ruby in the mission. Okay, what is the next step three?
We need to scan the file, sir.
Scan the file. What
Like,
file?
like TV page FS doc.
All right. So why that step is important? Because before doing actual, before after after image and before image we can scan, right? So before image itself, if you scan the file system, if you know some issues or vulnerabilities, right? So easily we can identify and fix, correct? So this stage itself we will file. Good. So scan the
File
file
system.
system. Okay. What is step number 5? 4.
Build Docker image.
Build Docker image. Cool. What is step number 5?
Scan
Scan
Docker
Docker
image.
image.
Again, we need to scan it.
Scan the Docker image. Correct? And after scanning, what you do? Scan the Docker image
We
and
we can view the reports.
create a report. Create a report and view the report. Cool. Guys, this is exactly you're going to do now. Understood. So for doing this, if you what you can say is these steps, right? Since you know these steps, okay, for doing trivia scan, step number 1, you need a code, correct? You need code, and you need to install trivia in the machine, and you need to scan, right? Maybe I can put it this way so that it will be human readable for you. You need to build the image. This is exactly the steps, right, which we do, correct? Cool. And since code is written, now, what are the steps to install Trevi? You know the commands, correct? So what you
Yes.
can do is these are very straightway commands, correct? What is the command? For example, code and all, it will be available. For example, okay, assume code is available. Next, what you need to do? You need to install Trevi in the machine. So who has the command? Yesterday we tried, installing command, right, with the Aqua Security website, or we have used. All right, so I can quickly stuff here itself. Install Trevi in which OS? Linux. See what you need actually. So for installing Trevi, what you need to execute? You need to execute these commands. Say yes or no. This is what you should do, right? Cool. Copy. Meaning you are trying to address step 2. Is it clear? Yes or no? These three commands to be executed in order to install Trevi. Yes? Yes? No? Why? Any confusion? And
Yes,
also upgrade the packages, right? So you need to sudo apt get install wget. So meaning wget means what? Wget means downloading. Oh, it is used for downloading the stuff, correct? Okay, cool. And before installing anything, what is the first step actually? You need to. There is a what is it?
Update.
Update and update. Sudo apt
Hmm.
update
Hmm.
prompt
Hyphen.
for yes. Yeah. And sudo apt upgrade.
This is what you will be doing, right? Exactly. Okay. So once you do this, now that here you are clear that you have installed. So how do you verify? So here itself,
Trevi version.
Trevi dash dash version. Understood. So these are the exact commands that you will be using, right, for doing anything. If you don't know anything also, simply copy this, go to your. Now, if you know all commands, right, it's just a matter of you just use this permission. Oh, sorry. Go to console. VM is already available, so you can use. So since you know these commands, correct? What you can do? You already aware about writing shell scripting, correct? How do you write a shell script? You already had some basic idea.
Yes.
What you will be doing in shell script? Same thing only. Like you'll be getting one shell script. So for automating, what do? You write some XYZ, like install Ruby dot. What's the extension? SH, correct? And you'll copy all the stuff here. This is what you do, right? So the file name, you are aware about how do you create a project. Cool. So ls, I want to remove minus R. No, that's fine. So let me create one file, or let me get into some folder, my folder, my folder. Okay, I don't have anything. That's fine. Now I want to create one shell script. I want to keep this information. Team, what is the first line I should write? When shell scripting, what is the first line?
Shebang line like hash bin bash.
Right. Right. So hash bin bash. That's it, right? Cool. And what is the next step?
View permission,
That's
export permission for that file.
Permission.
Perfect. Cool. And how do you trigger? Dot forward slash
File name.
file the. This is how you do it, right? See, meaning next time if you want to install Trevi, now you know beautiful way of installing with one command. Just keep all the commands in handy, right? And throw it in one. Keep every command in the like shell script. Fire the shell script. See how it is working? It executing all the commands in one go. It is updating and upgrading, and then installing wget, which is required for See, this second command is a like a wget is not a it will not comes with Windows, or it's not comes with Linux box operating system. So we need to install this tool. So that's where sudo apt install wget, right? We have installed this, and then after this, it is downloading this installer.sh file from internet that we have already observed. We have seen correct already. So how did this? If you just copy this, and we have seen this again duplication. You can see the file. So this is a shell script file. We don't care about this, what they have, what it is inside, because it's not our job. Okay. So uh, this is from a Trevi, right? We need to understand how to use it. Okay. So now that see wget, and then sudo bash install.sh, meaning we are firing it. We are firing this command. Now it got automated, right? If you don't know also, it's just that you should wait, and it should get updated. Cool. This is how you are writing. You are you are doing here, right? This is exactly even you will be doing in the YAML file also. Understood? So when it comes to YAML file, you need to understand like exactly same thing. Okay. So since you know this commands, right? Since you know all the steps, when it comes to CI/CD pipelines, you will be writing them in a neat way. I'll show you. So first of all, what is the name actually? Let's look back here. So this is how correct. This is how we written. Correct. This is how we have written this YAML file. Correct. Now let's the same put the same analogy, right? Let's write our below like format. Okay. So first of all, we need to keep one file name. Correct. So this name can be any name. Let's say install travi.sh, for example. Not sh. Since it's YAML, YAML. Cool. Cool. Now what you need to do? So you need to do everything, right? These steps, right? To install Trevi, it's very simple. So what's the command? So you should write the first thing you should do is you should write our job names actually. Otherwise, I can give you the information how we can do it. So let's say name, in the name section, like here we are talking about workflow name. Let's say what is the name workflow name? So install Trevi in the Linux machine. Okay, that's the first. That's a name actually. It is a workflow name, and now we should write here run colon. Now what you want to run? See, for doing this, what you're exactly doing? You're triggering all the commands. No, seem clear? Huh? So this is what you're doing. No, this is what you're doing with shell script. Correct? Exactly same thing. Copy and paste it. Not here. So you will be using what we can say. Um, Tool actually, so we will be using two lines actually, not here. So here, the gap should be two lines. Sorry, two spaces. Control Z, and indentation is like two spaces. Like it should be under here. If you put if you put more also no problem. But yeah, for now we will understand this way. That's clear. Huh? So in the ML file, how we write is this way exactly. So we will tell what is the workflow name. So it's just like name actually, okay. And here run means under this whatever commands are there, it will execute them in a sequentially. Clear? Huh? Once installation is done, what you want to do? You need to verify, correct? You need to perform the scan, correct? Basically, right. In the same thing, how do you do actually? So installation is done. Next, what is the workflow name? Here, let me go back here quickly. So you need to install Trivy in the mission. Next, you need to scan the file system. Correct, no? So how do you do a file system scan? Same. You should give the name of the workflow, name colon, scan the file system. No, this can be any name. So now I am giving very beautiful name actually. Okay, to make more sense, right? What you're doing? Scan the file system, right? So to scan file system, since the trivia is available, what you will be doing? What you will be running? What's the command to run?
Trivy
Page
FS.
FS.
Exactly. Trivia space fs space dot. Correct. This is what you have done. Cool. Meaning you now that you understood two workflows. So one workflow for installing the Trivy in the Linux machine. Second one for installing the Trivy. Sorry, scan the file system with Trivy. This is also completed. Next, once you're done with it scanning, what is the next step? You need to build the Docker image, correct? Build the Docker image. So I think you have a question actually again, right? So for Trivy you install. So why you are not why you are not installing Docker? So actually this is a sample example. Like Docker also you can use your I think I can give a neat session on this. We currently what we will be using is we will be using GitHub itself. They have their own mission where Docker is pre-installed actually. Okay, pre-installed in the sense that's a shared mission. We can directly use the existing Docker. But Trivy and all, they don't have Trivy is a third-party software. They didn't install. Okay, no, just assume that currently whatever Docker is already available, so that you can directly go ahead and build the image. Right? Cool. Now you should not do like this. Actually, whenever you do like this, yeah, you can keep like so run colon. It should give pipe, and then you can give all the commands which is required for that thing. Cool. Next, if you want to build the image, what you will be doing? Again, run space. How do you build the Docker image? Who can tell me the command?
Docker build -t.
Right, -t.
Image name.
Right.
Build
Let's say
Image name like, and the tag name. Space dot.
yeah. Correct. This is what you will be doing. Exactly. No, you will build the Docker image. Right now, once you're done with this step, what you will be doing? Next step is scan the Docker image. Correct. Cool.
Yes.
Name space. What is the workflow name? Scan the Docker image. For that, what you will be doing? Run space colon pipe, and then if you want to scan the Docker image, so what you will be using? You will be using what for scanning Docker image?
Trivy image.
Image.
Name.
Trivy space image space
And
image name. Correct. Cool. This is what, let's say, my app. This is what you have done, correct? And then even for reports and all, even for file system reports and any other reports, you know how to how to create that report, correct? Image, and then um, we given an output file format, right? Everything you can directly copy paste these commands, right? If you go back to my previous session, I have cleanly given all the commands in the sense that you can, in the sense, if you understand those commands directly, you can copy paste. Let's say if I go back here, the trivy for JSON format, let's say this is exactly right. Maybe we can solve this. Latest. Yes, clear. This is exactly we have triggered, right?
Yes.
Now did you understood what we just did? Clear, huh? Like this is guys, exactly this is what we do in a CI/CD pipeline. Okay, meaning one workflow we completed, guys. One workflow for installing Trevi. See here, the name of here, the job name we can keep. Let's say name colon. What is the job name? Scan the docker. Trevi scan, right? Trevi scan. So image. Docker image, right? So this is one job. Everything goes inside this. Now we understood, huh? So this is the task actually. So this is the task. Under the task, we have workflows. The first workflow is install Trivia on the Linux machine. Second, scan the file system. Third, build the Docker image. And fourth, scan the Docker image with Trivia. Yes, is it clear? Yes or no? This is how, this is exactly you right. Maybe I can quickly, help you to get the CSV file, file actually here. Let's say if I go back here, ask ChatGPT, hey, can you write a ML yeah ML file for GitHub Actions for scanning the Docker image with Trevi. Guys, did you see what exactly it is doing? So meaning, if you observe right, most of the things we exactly, more than this. This is not a quality way of doing it, but if you compare this code with our code, so install Trevi, right? This is exactly, if you compare our task, right? See, install Trevi, and then even they're not doing a file system scan, right? Did you observe that? Trevi image only the quality of the pipeline is not good. Why? Before creating image itself, before building a Docker image, right? Uh, Scan the Docker image with Trevi. So they don't even have any image here itself. Build the Docker image, right? And as mentioned, right? So Docker build minus T, this step. So this step should be what? This step should be after because they're not doing any file system scan. Did you observe? No. But when you're writing a quality pipelines, right? It is very important, before, see, building Docker image, it takes a lot of time. Okay. And when it comes to the scan file system is fastest. Okay. Let's say you can ask here, scan file system with the Trevi, fast or slow. If you just ask, see, when the scan file system using Trevi, the speed of the scan depends on what you are scanning, which options you use. Okay, so here run the fast scan with you when you want to quick review of CSAD. CS review file system. Here scan run vulnerabilities. Only this particular scan we are doing. Meaning before building, if you observe while building the Docker image, it takes time, correct? It takes sometimes, right, it takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right, for building a Docker image. Since your code is very few lines, that's why you see quick Docker builds. But in the office environment for a big project, right? So the Docker build command executes in a way that it takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes some builds, right, it takes 20 minutes also. Okay, so imagine 20 minutes it build it, and then somehow it got issue, and then in the trivia scan, no, the trivia image scan, it failed there. How awkward, like how much time got wasted. Instead of that, before that, what you should do is if you issue this command, trivia scan file system, that's what we have done. Yes, clear, huh? This way what happens is this way you already know what exactly, for example, if I do this, what you're doing. So it is doing the file, it is scanning the file system for the vulnerabilities. And even if there is a, okay, I think this is very bad, the where did we copy this command? We copied this command from where? One second, if we go back here. So this is absolutely wrong. If it found high and critical, it should throw exit code 1 actually. Okay, so this was written exit code 0, which means even ignoring high and critical vulnerabilities, guys. Did you observe that? Let's quickly understand. It is, this is absolutely wrong. If it is if it filters high and critical, what it should throw? Who can tell me quickly? Exit code?
Code 1.
Exit code 1. So this is absolutely wrong. See, even ChatGPT giving wrong suggestions for you. Okay, so that's where I thought I have trained you on all the commands, all the stuff actually. Let's quickly ask, why did you used exit code 0 instead exit code 1? Put a question to ChatGPT itself. This is stable but important point that Ravi exit code works in CI/CD pipeline. See here, if you put exit code 0, Ravi scans for vulnerabilities. Even if finds a higher critical issues, the command exit with 0, meaning success, which is good or bad, guys? Who can tell me quickly?
Which is bad.
Which is bad, right? You should not do this. Okay, and if you do this exit code 1, so we exit with exit code 1 if it finds any higher critical vulnerabilities. So when you're doing with your scan, you need to stop the pipeline, correct? You need to stop the, see, if whenever there's a critical bugs or critical vulnerabilities observed, immediately the pipeline should break. Understood? Meaning you should not continue the pipeline. Otherwise, what happens? These bugs or vulnerabilities will go to your application, and if someone knows that your application is buggy or it has a vulnerable a friendly, for example, which means what? So vulnerabilities in the sense, someone else can easily attack your application. Okay, so to make all security friendly, right? So we kind of scan all the high and critical vulnerabilities. If something found, immediately we don't we do an investigation. So which library or which file has issue, and we will fix it. And once it fixes it, then only you should move. If zero vulnerabilities, then only you should move the pipeline. It's clear, huh? This is how you have to. Uh, did you observe? Even ChatGPT has given a wrong option here. Okay, that's where, like, when you're referring here, this is bad. So whenever exit code 1, meaning stop the pipeline. Okay. Now did you observe? So we have written more than better than ChatGPT. Our pipeline is better than ChatGPT. Agree or no?
Yes.
Right. That's how we should write. And you can now we should talk about this also. Okay. See, if you know this part of writing the writing this way, meaning this is exactly here, this name of the job, right? If you go back here, your this is until this name of the job is trivia scan, and it should be under jobs. That's it. Jobs, and then can put this here. Okay, guys, this is how we write a pipeline, and you need to understand what are these, right? So first thing is, if you observe the very sorry, here, this is the workflow name, uh, the CSAD workflow name. We'll simply update. Okay, it does not do, just tells about what this workflow do. Okay. Second thing is, here when the here we will define when this pipeline triggers. Okay, so here you are saying, like, on push and pull request, right? So what is push, what is pull request? Who can tell me quickly? In the GitHub, right?
Git.
In the
If you want
GitHub,
to
right?
push anything from local to Git, we'll use push.
Correct. So push, and how about pull request? Pull request.
From Git to local.
If you want to merge
Very-
anything from one branch to another branch, we'll create a pull request.
Correct. Who is saying, like, from Git to local? Who's that?
It's me, Pawan.
Oh, okay. All right. So generally, push means, like, from your local machine to pushing your code to a GitHub. When it comes to pull request, you'll just in the GitHub itself, from one branch to other branch. If you want to merge the code, then we will use pull request, right? And here we are talking about this branch, right? So meaning this pipeline will trigger, so only for this branch. Let's say main, for example. Okay, so if you want, currently it is main. If you want to trigger for any branch also, you can simply write. For simplicity, what we are keeping is, we are keeping only main for now. Okay, so like, you can directly keep this. And in the project directory, maybe if someone has written here, maybe if you have a clean project, mine is bad because I write everything in one go. Let me open my VS Code. Oh, I'm working on other stuff. This is what I'm currently working on. Okay, so this is pretty bad. Okay, I can quickly show you, like, even my project, right? So see, you see a lot of stuff here, and when I go back here, new terminal. So this is how I work, actually. Okay, so even I have my Docker file here. Where is my Docker guy? Docker guy, this side's here. I didn't. I think looks like I didn't create a Docker file itself. Okay. Okay, for this project, I didn't create a Docker file now because I'm working on the development. Right. So how we do? See, the commands, right? So for example, this is like a React, React, TypeScript. Many languages are there, and PMI. So which would install all the libraries, and npm, like if any project, just that, npm run dev. If I do this, so this is, you are seeing this like a local host. This runs at 8080. For example, if I do this, I can directly click or copy this. If you go here, did you see this? So this is what I'm currently working on. lot of things to work still, right? So it's front end, back end, everything I used to work actually from the back. All right. I don't want to focus on that, but our job is to what? Focus on the workflow today. Like how do you need to create a Docker image and doing a proper scan of the you know see for anything, right? Your thought process is very simple. If someone asks you to write a pipeline for this, what these are your steps, correct? And these steps should be in your mind. So once you have these steps right, you need to code. So if you go back here, for when you push the code to a GitHub, right? Simply you will be using this plugin. So GitHub itself provides plugin actually. So it uses actions checkout version 4. This is a plugin. What it does is it clones. So by using this, it simply clones. So how do you do actually? How do you clone the code? Git clone space and the GitHub repository URL, right? Then it saves the code into your local, correct? That's how it is, correct? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So meaning if you use this, it simply clones the code and set up Docker buildx. So here, if you observe now, this is a GitHub action provided, meaning GitHub itself having the own servers. So if you are saying runs on, correct? Runs on Ubuntu latest. So I'll talk about two things quickly. So when it comes to maybe did I remove that data or okay, I still I think I removed it. No, I didn't remove. That's fine. I can remove this. So in GitHub Actions, we need to understand runners. Runners are nothing but missions actually. Linux missions. The mission has a Linux operating system inside. Okay, so here we have two types. Two types of runners. Okay, the first one is self-hosted runner. Second one is shared runner. Okay, so shared runner is a GitHub itself provides free runner, meaning free runner like a Linux mission. Okay, self-hosted runner means you can use your your GCP virtual machine as a runner, as a runner. Okay, but why GitHub becoming these days, right? Previously, like people are using Jenkins as the CSID tool, but GitHub Actions become famous currently, and most of the companies, using GitHub Actions for their CI/CD pipeline need. Okay, so why? Because GitHub Actions offers free mission, free mission, free of cost, free of cost virtual mission. GitHub Actions offer free of cost virtual machines. So, okay, to give quickly context. So if you go back here, if you click on the VM instances, right? Here you are seeing some cost. These are costly instances actually. So if you click any of the instance, you can in the right side you can see the cost actually, how much. Or hold on, let me quickly show you. If I let's say in the sense, see this is what self-hosted missions, self-hosted runners actually. So if I create a instance, it will clearly tell me, no, in the right side, I can see. Let's say if I choose mission type, so here two CPUs and 4 GB memory, right? So here it is showing how much, $24. And if I choose C3, C3 machine means costly machine actually, 4 to 360. Now we can see the number, how many dollars you have to spend. Comes up quickly. Hold on. Did you see this? $132 from $25 or $20 to 130 directly. Understood. If you see again, we have a higher end 360 and C family are costly even. C family is costly one. If you see this other one, $68, per monthly, and I think this is a costliest mission actually. Meaning costliest, we have created a VM, right? So if I create this, meaning I have to pay $134. So assume GitHub Actions itself providing a free, you don't need to pay. So company wants that offer opportunity or no? Company needs it, right? So if company is saving, let's say $137, for example, so it's not only 137, right? If it's $1 also, if you are saving for a company need that mission, that work. Understood? So company don't want to spend. Generally, companies, right? So they don't prefer to spend more money for the projects. Understood? So now do you understand like why GitHub Action become famous? It provides free virtual machines actually, free of virtual machines, that is runners. Okay. Now how do you define in the program, right? So how do if you define runs on Ubuntu latest means, if you write like this, something like this, runs on latest Ubuntu latest, which means this means abo line means this is shared runner. Okay. And if you want to create your own, like, for your CI/CD pipeline, if you want to use your own, mission, right? Let's say that is self-hosted. Self-hosted. You need to write like this. Okay. And you have to set up this. But currently, this is not, no, currently this is not our, this is not our target for today's session. But anyway, we set up self-hosted also for our CI/CD project. Understand? Now let's go back and quickly write our, see, now you know all the steps, right? So let's go back here. Let me open, do one thing. Let me create some, I have so many projects, so I don't want to mess up with stuff. Desktop project, let's say. There are many things here, I guess. Otherwise, I'll take a simple, simple fast API application. Okay, simple fast API application with Docker. Fine. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to go back here. This is a Docker file, and then this is how you're doing, correct? Cool. Now let's see if I, otherwise no problem. I think this task will leave to you. Maybe I can help you how to do this. Let me create a new folder. New file. Hold on. Let's do one thing quickly. Let me use the existing project, my project, right? This is what this is how it looks, right? Git git status. Okay, cool. Git branch. Okay, so I don't know which project also this belongs to, but that's fine. So currently we have this many stuffs, right? So main.py. So main.py has some data here. And what is my Docker file here? What it is doing? It is oh, okay. It is working for this guy, HTML. I just rename HTML, and then I want to. No, this for my purpose actually. Okay, you may have a clean project, so I don't have a clean project in my local. Okay, port number 8080, for example. Cool. Go back here. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is, in order to work on this project, right? So you would need to create. If you go back here quickly, so you need to create one YAML file. Okay. So GitHub Actions, and then where's our, oh, where is our previous search? It should be there, right? No. Did we search in some other location? No? Oh. Yeah, here. Sorry. So if you see here, you need to create .github folder. Inside that, you have to create one more folder called workflows. All right. So you need to create .github folder, workflows, and preview scan, for example. So this is what you will be doing, right? See here, the folder name should be created with the GitHub. Go back here and here in this project. So there are two things. One is file, other one is folder. Create a folder. What's the folder name? .github. You should use .github. Don't miss this dot. Otherwise, GitHub don't understand. Okay. Now that I created a .github folder. So again, inside that you have to create one more one more folder called workflows. Go back here. Click on this. You have to click. So you have to click on this. Then you have to click on the folder creation. What is the folder name? Workflows. Okay, some right. So here under this, click on this and then create a new folder name called workflows. Okay. Once you create it, you have to create one file here. So under again highlight this, create here. So what is the file name? You can name any name, but it should be ended with YAML. Okay. Cool. Here folder file YAML. That's clear, huh? And then just copy this command, guys. Just copy this command. We will write our stuff actually. Okay. So now that this is how you write, and let's see how it works. Okay. So let's directly see, as soon as you push this code, automatically the pipeline should trigger. So what is the branch actually? Git branch. sorry, git branch I have to, which would tell me which branch, currently main. Okay, cool. Git push. Okay, now that I just pushed it, okay, the project name is testing, right? So if you push no directly, it will run the file. So testing, where is testing? Yeah, there's a project, and here this is the actions, GitHub actions, and since we targeted the main branch, it should start working. Can I quickly go back here? Did I get any pushes to this branch? Go back here, main. No, there is. I think it looks like not this project, because I did not see refresh testing.git. This is the one only. I don't see any commits, right? Because lost commits. Click here. 2 weeks ago. Testing, no, like, is there any issue with the project name? Naming and testing is fine. If I click here, I can see all commits. I don't see any commit now, right?
Before push, we need to add and commit, or
No, that's okay. Like,
Okay.
oh, okay, there is no data to, no, commit ID came, no? So without this commit ID, that's fine. But let's fine, that's also do. Let's do one thing. Add all files also. Git space status, and then add. What's the next command, guys?
git commit,
Mm-hmm.
and we can give a message, whatever.
And then git push. Let's see if it works. Now I'm pushing everything. Oh, okay, cool. Just now, just now we pushed it, right? Now, if you go back here, now did you see, guys? It started running. So this is where GitHub Actions is the place where GitHub Action. No, there is no CI/CD pipeline required. Generally, the tool itself integrated with GitHub. Here there is a place where you can come and check. And currently, the pipeline is running. Did you see this one workflow run? We click on this. What is the scan Docker image with Trevi? You can see that exactly. Scan Docker image with Trevi. This line it is running, right? You go back here. Now, what happened? It ran for, I pushed the code and the status is failed, meaning the pipeline failed. Total duration is 36 seconds, right? Cool. So if it fails, then we're happy only, no? Because you learn something new again, right? Now, try to understand what exactly happened here. Okay, if you click on this, then it will clearly tell you what exactly happens, right? See here. So it is okay with the setup job is okay. Understood. You can clearly see what exactly happened. So setup job. So this is the and come back here. Setup job. Runner version. Runner is provisioner operating system. You can see 1 to 24. GitHub token permissions. These are not required. Okay. Next, checkout repository. If you, what is your first, in this, right? In this, no, setup is like that's a prerequisites from GitHub Action itself, right? But actual our jobs are this. So what's our first job? Scan the Docker image with tray. Oh, sorry, here, steps. Yeah, first step is what? Check out the repository, check out the code, check out your code, right? That's what we have written. You need to check out your code. You need your code, right? Here, the first line, the first step itself, check out your code. So it uses actions checkout for. Clear? Huh? So this step, we need to see whether this step is succeeded or not. So if you go back here, Sorry, this one. Check out your repository. Successful, no? Meaning, if you can clearly see synchronizing the repository, stem fresh testing. This is my repository, right? And even you can see the Git version, right? And if you see temporarily overriding home, meaning whatever we checked out, no, so that will be available here. And initializing the repository, disabling automatic garbage collection. These are not required. So it is simple that to our knowledge, uh, it simply cloned it simply cloned our code. Understood? Next, set up Docker buildx. So meaning Docker buildx also completed, which means that it uses Docker tool. Okay, so it's okay with it. If you see Docker, it uses a setup buildx action v3, and driver is Docker container, right? So meaning we were using GitHub Actions owned Docker tool, okay, for building the image. Like first thing is clear setup Docker. It uses this, meaning Docker also ready. Next, build Docker image. This step, whether it is a pass or fail, who can tell me quickly? Docker build
Pass.
also passed, right? See, run Docker build t. This is what your command, right? It created. See, it created. You can see the data also. Load build definition from Docker file. Clear. Okay, and you can see, when you are building this kind of information, you can say correct generally in your local machine also. So yes or no? That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So once you see what you will be doing in the Docker, right? What it will be doing in Docker itself, you will be having everything working directory, setting working directory, copying the requirements files. Once you do requirements files, you install everything. Yes, no, like this is what exactly you have done. Meaning exactly this is also completed. And when it comes to here, Trivi job also completed, right? See, installing Trivi is completed, but it failed to scan the Docker image. Did you see this? Scan the Docker image with Trivi. It got failed. Now, what's the problem here? What did you see? Trivi command not found. Do you know why? So Trivi image, if you see, if you go back here, it is saying when it scan the Docker image with Trivi, it is failing with this. It is failing with the Trivi command. You understood, no? This step it got failed, correct? But if you see before this itself, you have used you have installed the Trivi. After installation, it is not it is not able to pick up. Okay. Now, if you ask ChatGPT, boss, I have given let's quickly, how do you solve, right? You have to give your pipeline. Yes, this try to understand how to get the answers from ChatGPT. You have to give the pipeline. Okay. Now you don't need to type anything. Okay. So because machine itself types for you here, right? Just copy this. It will give you a fix also. If you just copy and paste the issue, I didn't type anything except the pipeline file and the error message. It is saying it means Trivi binary wasn't installed on the path on the GitHub Action Runner. This is a common issue when you use install.sh directly because script installs Trivi into the bin directory. But in some CA environments like GitHub hosted runners, it does not automatically refresh the. Okay. So what it is saying was after installing, see here. In this scan the Docker image with Trivi. Checkout is completed. Here is completed. Oh, okay. So use official Aqua security. Oh, okay, got it. So For Trivi also, what it is suggesting? GitHub Actions itself using, it has its own Trivi tool. Understood, no? Meaning that GitHub itself providing one, extension for us to use Trivi scan directly. What it is saying, if you see. No, is it clear or no, guys? Clear, huh? So this time what I'm doing is exactly copy this instead of doing everything. It is we are clearly giving this. So if you don't give so this would work in the self-hosted runner because most of our environments, right, what we use is it's a production code, no production environments. So we don't rely on the self-hosted shared runner because shared runners are very few in GitHub. So we need a high availability servers for production ready code. That's where we use self-hosted, then a shared runner. So to make it to fix this, here it is exactly same. See, here we are giving this is your uh, it requires certain format. Okay, so it's saying, bus instead of installing the Trivi and all, use my own extension. Like I have my extension, you can use it, which is comes with the GitHub Action itself. Use this, and then if you want to try, you can keep this. My app is the image. Let is the tag, and for example, whatever format. Let's say if you want to use JSON format, you can put JSON. If it required whatever format you need it, you can type it here. Let's JSON. If it is insert table format, and output should be in the dot text format. And what is the severity? It is looking high and critical. So exit code one. This is good, no? Exit code one is good. So when it found high and critical, it simply failed the stage. Okay, and when it comes to the TV upload, I think we can talk about this later. But let's focus on this. Just copy this. But originally, the way you have learned is absolutely fine, and the same thing will be applied for anything, any task that you are going to do, right? So you will be doing that. So your task says, I think let's fix that, and then we can focus on the today assignment. Let me do one thing. Blindly copy this. Go back here. My Docker file, not Docker file. Where is my workflow file? This is my workflow file. Okay, cool. And here, now that you understood, team, you understood this concept, yes or no? Here, instead of writing in a command, right? So it required in this format. The image now you understood, right? Because you know the command, how the command is constructed. So in the command, you used to put your image details and format output. Yes, no, guys. Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Now let me go ahead. How to do a since git status? If I do a git status, so only one change. Okay. Git space add dot, meaning add everything. Git commit minus m. Now what you will be doing? So push all the code. Yeah. Oh, really? It's triple M. Okay, cool. And then git push. Clear? Huh? Now that we push the code to GitHub. Now if you come here, the one more will be running. Click on the actions. See? Go and check here. Building currently Docker build step is going on. Docker build, what happens? It creates a Docker image, right?
Yes.
So now we are doing a security scan. Cool. You will see the report also, no, here. Congratulations, your first CI/CD pipeline is completed. In the sense that with at least one job, right? Checking out the code and building the Docker image, scanning it with TV. Yes, clear. Huh? Like with this, you had an idea now, right? How to create a CI/CD file. Okay, so instead of trivia scan, what we do is so trivia scan. Yeah, you can name anything. Okay, so generally we don't write individual. Instead, here is trivia scan is what one job. No, in the when we are discussing about CI/CD pipelines, right? So what is the stages? Checkout and code linting, code security scan, like a secret scanning, and then trivia scan also we do, right? If it is a front-end application, we do a front-end or back-end application. We run unit testings. Okay, so there are many stages are there. Now, one stage like creating a Docker image and scanning it. This one stage. Okay, if you want to, let's say for the same project, right? Now, what I want to do, I want to do a linting actually. Okay, so add one more job for linting with Flake8. How many of you tried with Flake8 already? You know, right? How to lint to how to lint a Python code with Flake8. That you already
Yes.
aware. Yes or no?
Yes.
So it's very simple. Now what I'm saying, boss, add one more job with Flake8. It simply adds, if you see linting with Flake8, it says simply the lint and the trivia scan. Now, did you see this? How it is exactly doing? Simply check out the code. And for lending, what it requires? It required Python, no? It required Python, and it required Flake8 also, right? We need to install Flake8 library, correct? Manually, you tried. Yes or no, guys? We have did know
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Again, why you are sitting silent here? So you install Flake8 library. How do you do it? Pip install Flake8. You did not. You did yes, no. Yes, right? You completed
Yes.
this step. And how do you run? Flake8 dot, correct? This is how you do it. And this is some extra arguments that give some detailed information. Okay, but we don't need to care about all this. But how do you do it? Flake Flake8 space dot or Flake8 space that project location, app location, /app that we have already completed. Correct? No, guys. Right? Cool. Now go back here, copy this code. Now let me do one thing. This time, currently trivia scan, right? Let me create one more file inside this workflow. Go back and create one more file. Let's say, uh, what is linting? Linting and security scan dot YAML. Okay, cool. Now I'm writing one more thing, linting and security scan. Cool. Now, if I do this time, what happens is it run parallelly two pipelines, guys. Okay. So how many pipelines are there currently here? You can see in the GitHub Actions side. So there are two files, right? Two files means two pipelines. If you push no, these two pipelines will trigger automatically. Git status. Git add space dot git commit minus m the pipelines added. Okay. Git push. If you see now two pipelines will be triggering. Okay. Right click here. Did you see this? Two pipelines are currently in progress now. So this is linting, right? So this is a old pipeline and this is current new pipeline. So I want to focus on this. See, linting is done, no? Linting pipeline is completed. Now it is running for Docker image and Docker image building with building and scanning with Trevi. Yes, did you see the pipeline? Like the the diagram itself shows was this is completed. Now it is moving here. Currently it is happening. Once this also gets successful, then the both jobs are completed. Yeah, you are comfortable, everyone? Comfortable understanding this YAML file? Now that you understood, simple that in YAML file, what you are doing, you are simply using GitHub, plugins, right? Those pre-built, like these are features provided by GitHub itself. Let me quickly show you here. Whatever it uses, let's say users means users, right? Whenever you see users, which is let's say for Docker, let's say to use Docker, what you need in Windows? Quickly, who can tell me, like Pawan, what is required for Docker to like, if I want to run a Docker build command in a Windows machine? So how my setup should be? You need to install Docker, or yes or no? You need to
Check
install,
Docker,
correct?
Docker
Docker to be
desktop.
installed, Docker
Yes,
desktop
yes,
to be installed, correct? So
yes,
instead of
yes.
that, what we can do is here in the GitHub itself, Docker desktop, everything installed. Okay, so directly we are using the plugin actually. So users means plugin. So if you use when you're using GitHub Actions, that's the beauty. You don't need to worry about your Docker setup, Docker installation, or any other stuff. Simply use the use the pre-built available functions. Understood? No. This is a plugin which is pre-built. By using this plugin, directly you can build. So if you say uses Docker GitHub Action, was use the Docker from the shared runner. So this is the plugin. If you use this, then it builds. Without, for example, let me do this, right? So now I'm just taking out actually. Wantedly, I'm just taking out. Okay. And if I commit this, it will fail. Okay. So cd ls. Oh, okay. And git status. So now, sorry. So git diff, you can see what is the difference, right? So I removed those two lines. Git add space dot git commit minus m space remove the docker setup from the pipeline. Okay. After this, git push. If you see this under this stage, it will fail. So here we are using, right? Says is it where's our file? Oh, here, like what is the trivia scan? No, trivia scan file, right? This is the one which we just updated. Yeah, trivia scan. Now trivia scan pipeline should fail. If you go back here, click actions, trivia scan pipeline. So there are two pipelines. So trivia scan, which one it is? Remove the Docker setup for this is the one, right? Yeah, there's a comment that I made. Now, how come? Hold on. Check out, build the Docker image. First, is it a old one? Let me quickly see. Just a minute ago. Let me do one thing. Let me disable. See, there are two pipelines, right? Maybe it is sharing. I feel. Let me what I'm going to do is remove the Docker setup remove the Docker setup from the pipeline. That's fine. What is the other one? This is 1 minute ago. 1 minute ago. Okay. No, okay. Now here you can see, this is CA pipeline linting and this, and these are the workflows, right? You can disable also. So if you click on this, now what I want to do is here, what is my pipeline? Trivy Docker image. So since I removed the uh, users Docker image, right? I want to stop this. Trivy Docker scan. This should be enabled. Other pipeline should be disabled. This should be disable. So how you can disable? Click on the pipeline, and here you can see three dots, right? If you click here, there is something called disable workflow. This workflow was disabled manually. Even if you want to enable, you can enable. So meaning every time two pipelines are running, right? So I don't want to see that happen. Okay. Now again, if you see here, Docker build. Let me go. The uh, the image name is different. You can use any image, right? And scanning also, I should give scanning image here. I think we're good. Now let me do a git status. Git add space dot. Git commit minus m space. Let's say testing the Docker will post removing the Docker uses. Next git push. Right now, if you go back and refresh the pipeline, only one pipeline should be running. Did you see this? Previously, two pipelines were running, right? We disable the other one. Okay. Let's see. Oh, crazy actually. So not sure how it is building also, because we just check it out and then build the Docker. Ideally, it should fail. Say that Docker command is not found. Come on, we need to investigate, guys. Seriously, let's ask. Guys, you understood the intention, right? So why this pipeline should break, but for some XYZ reason, it's still running. It is just like without writing anything, you have scored a good score in your exam, right? So this is wrong actually. Okay, so let's go back quickly here. Let's try to understand. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are doing this Docker build, but we are not using any pre-built hook of Docker, right? Let's say I'll ask ChatGPT, how come this is still working? And so when you start looking into things, right? Say you are a GitHub action expert. Okay, post this and then say, how come this Docker build still working even though I didn't use the existing plugin provided by GitHub Actions. Okay, so now I put a question to ChatGPT itself, like asking, right? So why Docker build works without the GitHub Action plugin, right? So runs on this. GitHub Action provides a fresh Ubuntu virtual machine, pre-configured, correct? Pre-configured Docker engine out of the box, which means that Docker is not available. If you see, you can verify this anytime by adding check Docker version and run Docker version. You will see output similar to this. When your step says Docker build, it's simply invoking the local Docker CRI, just like running the command on your own Linux laptop. Okay, so that's about it. We just what you're saying is somehow it is pulling out. Hold on. Docker build CLI, Docker, okay, build push, build locally running. Oh, it is this guy is saying here, you no need to dedicated okay. Oh, you don't need a dedicated GitHub action like Docker build push action to run a Docker build because Docker CLI is already available in the runner environment. Oh, guys, you understood? Huh? It is they are saying Docker build is wherever the Linux mission, no? By default, they install in their mission. Understood? That's why, since we are using the shared mission, correct? If see,
Yes.
for
Yes.
since we are using the shared mission, that's why even if you don't use also, it still works. Understood? Because especially if you don't say that use that Docker also, it is working. That's why. Clear? Huh? But in versionally, we should use the plugin. Plugin is always the ideal choice. So imagine they used to, there is a lot of Docker versions, right? Docker versions, let's say, if you want, based on the Docker version also, they can change the plugin. So you should use. And if you want to understand, like, what was what a Docker version they're saying like simply, boss, go ahead and run this, add this here. Let's say, before building this, I'm going to add this. Don't tell me. Clear? Huh? Now I want to see whether see before I didn't use Docker, correct? But I want to check. This is provided by the shared machine. Now check what is the Docker version of it, right? Go back here. Go to terminal. New terminal. Git status. Again, run the pipeline so that you can see. Git space add space dot, not comma. My bad. Dot. Um, okay. So after dot, what we should do? Oh, not status dot, right? Come on. Git space add space dot. Git commit minus m space. Check the Docker, not Docker version. Git push. Oh, sorry. Now in the pipeline we can see, guys, getting errors or anything absolutely fine, guys. Now that we need to understand, okay, if it is available now, tell me like which Docker version is available. Okay, now you understood, right? What I'm doing, I'm checking which version is it is using actually for building this. So if you say like Docker version is running, then it is 100% sure that it is using the Docker image from the shared machine. Oh, Docker image. I think that step is already there. Yeah, see Docker version. Now we can see the command, right? Docker version. This is what we have given. Cleaned it is giving. So Docker version, engine version is 28.2804. Understood. You don't need to worry about rest of the information. So it uses the APIs to invoke the Docker engine, other stuff. Okay. So clear, huh, guys? You have any question on this? What is the Docker current version? You say this is example. Okay. So if you go here, what's the manuals? This is a documentation, right? So maybe you can use your Docker version also. Docker space 28, no? Meaning we almost with the latest version, correct? Tim, you're able to see this message, is it? Yes,
Yes.
no, guys. Right. So here, when you refer here, you can see cleanly. Okay, cool. So now that you understand how to write a YAML file, how to write a very simple, basic ci pipeline file with YAML. Clear? So any doubts or anything in this, guys, in this session?
No, no from me, sir.
Okay.